What's up and what's going on, y'all? This is Al, and this is Poker with Alex. And again, welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you feel that I am touching base on some of the things and aspects of what you feel about poker. You can leave comments, hit the likes, and just, let's get to it. All right, with this one right here, this is a discussion about bomb pots. We're talking about PLO bomb pots. We're talking about 2 boards. We're talking about 4 cards. We're talking about 9 players, right? In my area, the come in is $5, right? Everybody puts up $5 if they want to play the bomb pot. You're dealt 4 cards and then you get 2 boards, right? Now, in this scenario, in this situation, when it comes to bomb pots, they can make or break you. So if I had to give my opinion about when you should play bomb pots, I would say when you think you can afford it, because it can be costly. If you lose, if you miss, it can be costly, and it roughly is $80 a session. Because where I play at down here in Corpus, you pretty much have it coming out the gate $25, right? Once somebody thinks and feels they have something that can get them paid, they actually started off at 25. Now, sometimes you can get a table where you get smart players, and not saying that the $25 bettors aren't smart. What I'm saying is this: you can get more bees with honey if you actually only bet a certain amount, right? Let's say, for instance, I play a bomb pot. This has happened once or twice where I automatically ran into quads, right? Pocket 4s, pocket 8s, turned into quads off the rip. Now, I feel that if I got quad 4s or quad 8s, then somebody probably got a pair or something in their hand, or maybe they got trips, which turned into a boat for them, right? So as a player, and I know I have this, I already see that I'm the winner, right? At least on one of these boards, I have the win. It's capped. It's capped at 25. Do I want to bet the 25? No. This is my opinion. I would not bet the 25. And reason being, I'm going to allow everybody to bet for me, because when people first get in and they see people not making moves, then what they'll do is, if they think they can get a straight out of that deal, if they think they can get a boat because they have trips plus the 2 that's on the board, that'll give them a boat. So why be the first person to bet out the gate? Just wait. And whatever the bet is, you can't go no more than 25. Right? We cap it for a certain amount of time, and then after a certain time, they uncap it, and then we're open to play bomb pots, and we play PLO, but it is limit, right? So therefore, you don't have to worry about that happening when you first do the sessions. They're capped at 25. That's the highest we can go. But you can make good money off of it if you do not fall into the lane of just throwing money out there to say, hey, I got the best hand right now. Here's $25. I know y'all all called it. There's $40, but I can make more, right? I can make more. So all I'll do is let everybody bet for me. And hopefully the other person, maybe he or she got the bottom board locked, and we know, not knowing each other, of who has it, but you can feel it out by the bets. So if you're going 10, if you're going 15, that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is when you have other players paying it for you. You don't want to be the player that's paying 25 and then everybody else goes away and you only got one person. You on the top, the other person's on the bottom. You just chased off everybody, right? You just chased everybody away. So coming in with 10, even 5, I've done that before, where I just say 5, right? Because I know I got the best hand, and I'll make it 5. If I get those same 8 players to follow me, that's $45 right there. that I didn't spend. That's $45 that's on the table right now from other players because they have potential for something that's on these boards. And $5, if they paid $5 already, they're not trying to lose their $5. So they're trying to turn that $5 into something more, right? So I'm not going to go crazy and say 25 and then chase everybody off. I know I have the best hand. I don't want to run nobody off. So I'm going to make it 5, or I may make it 10, or whatever, depends on, the circumstance. But a lot of times when you do it that low, people gonna pay. Just like in a 1-2 game. Picture how many people call $2 with nothing in their hand. But if nobody raises and allows them to come in, then they'll do it, right? They'll play around for a minute. When people sit down and play poker, they will play around for a minute before they get tight and tighten up their game a little better than what it was. And they'll stop making all these crazy calls, right, with nothing in their hand. So in bomb pots, it's the same thing. You don't need to put the whole 25 out there. We're talking about cap. You don't, especially when you know you have it. If you know you have it, let people bet for you. Let them do the betting. You just smooth call. You can't go over the 25 anyway. But if somebody says 15, okay, I'll call it 15. If somebody says 5, don't go over the top. Just call it 5. We're talking about the flop, right? Now, when the turn card comes out, hey, you still want to keep everybody in. You still want to keep everybody in because they have hope. They see something. And people will chase. They'll chase flushes, right? They'll chase a boat. They'll chase, if they got trips, right? They'll chase, and hopefully they hit that 4th one to give them quads. So if you make it low enough for them, knowing that you already got one of the boards, right? The chances of them hitting a higher 4 of a kind is slim to none. You rarely ever see that. I rarely ever see quads over quads in a bomb pot game, right? I mean, some of you guys probably have. I'm talking about the ones that probably grind a lot more than I do. But I know in my situation from doing it over the years, when I play bomb pots, I've never seen nobody hit a quad over quad. I've seen boats over boats, and I've seen straight flushes over straight flushes, right? But I've never seen quads over quads in a PLO table. So, I mean, bomb pot table. So you're trying to make money, right? If you go 25 and then you run everybody off and then it's heads up, you and that person only going to chop up the 45 plus whatever you put in, right? You may get a sweep. You never know. Some people keep betting. They'll keep betting. No matter if they know they only got one board, they can figure out that the person got the other board. But instead of them just saying, okay, I'm going to take my foot off the gas, I got this one, you got that one, they'll just keep betting, right? Hoping that it doesn't, and it's not wrong to do it. There's nothing wrong with that, because what if that person only has the bottom board with you and they think they got it straight, and here it is, let's say you got it up to the 6, they got it up to the 5, right? Now, you got a pair of aces in your hand. Both of you missed the top, but because you got aces, now you just got a scoop. So that does happen too. There's a lot of scenarios that take place in bomb pots, but this one right here is just saying when you do play them, and if it's capped, then you should always leave that bait out, especially if you're the first person that really has the hand. So if you got dealt quads, right, that is a pretty good starting value to say you got one of these boards locked. And if you do have it locked, then why are you going to go crazy by putting out 25? All you're going to do is chase off people that probably could use that same board and try to connect wherever they're at. So you just want to say 5, 10, and then try to keep that same thing going. Because I'm telling you, mentally, when people put that 5 out there, they're not trying to lose that 5. So they'll put another 5 out. They'll put another 10 out. But when you say 25, 25 usually means I got this, right? And you just gave yourself away to a player, and they're going to wind up folding, right? They're not going to chase it. But if you just give them a little bit of hope, hey, throw out a 5, throw out a 10. Nothing wrong with that. And they, 9 times out of 10, will keep going. And you'll make more money off a bomb pot than what you had to put into it. Because sometimes soon you get down to bomb pot, you're like, why am I playing bomb pots? Because you betted it wrong. You bet the bomb pot wrong, and it could cost you money. So with that said, I'm out. Y'all be safe out there. Hope you win. Like and subscribe, like I always say, and drop a comment. Feel free, drop a comment. With that said, I'm out. Peace.